Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I am finally gonna be showing off my updated Fnaf plush collection. Now, this is gonna be a lot more bigger than the last one because I have gotten a lot more jumbo plushes, a lot more Youtooz products, a couple more of the Sanchi products, and I was finally able to get some Hex merchandise. So man, I can't wait to show off the collection and see how big it has gotten since last year. But before we start this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell with notifications so you guys don't miss any of my new videos. Without further ado, let's start off with the jumbo plushies and the jumbo backpacks. Alright guys, so this is a lot of jumbo plushes as far as I see, and dude, this is unbelievable, and I didn't even wanted to put them in like rows and stuff. I had to do it like this so that I can fit the other ones from Youtooz and many other companies. But I'm just gonna say off what I got, and then after that we'll go on to the plush backpacks. So over here we got the jumbo cupcake plush from the Fnaf movie from Funko. The 16-inch Freddy jumbo plush, Nightmare Foxy jumbo plush, Rockstar Freddy GameStop exclusive, and Cupcake was GameStop exclusive, and Nightmare Foxy I believe Target exclusive. Then we got Lefty, who was also a GameStop exclusive. Pretty much the rest of these are GameStop exclusive. So we got Radioactive Foxy, Santa Freddy, my biggest jumbo, Blacklight Foxy from GameStop, Moon Sun from GameStop, Vanny Glitch Trap, Gingerbread Foxy, Funko Snap Vanny, Funko Snap Baby, and Funko Snap Bonnie from GameStop, and the 1 foot cupcake plush from Youtooz that I got at FYE. So, oh my god, man. I'm just telling you guys right now, this is just the beginning of it, and it's gonna get more insane. So let's move on to the plush backpacks, which thankfully we only got 2. And now we have the plush backpacks, which we have the Glamrock Freddy version of Freddy, and Foxy, which that one I got at Spirit Halloween for 50% off, I believe, since the store was closing, and Foxy over at GameStop. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So let's move on to the Funko medium-sized jumbos, or let's go to Youtooz. Alright guys, so the first plush I'm gonna be putting out for Youtooz is the Anim Dude plush, aka Scott Cawthon. Then after that we got Sit Freddy, Sit Bonnie, Sit Chica, which has a factory error tag that is from Garden of Banban, so that's interesting. And then we have Sit Foxy. Who should I bring out next? Alright, Chibi Springtrap. And then we got the Marionette, the Youtooz Fnaf movie Mike plush, the Yellow Rabbit plush, and who should I go next? Alright, the Glamrock Freddy plush. After Glamrock Freddy, we got Montgomery Gator and Glamrock Chica, then then Roxanne Wolf. You know what? Let's put that one there. And then we got Vanny. Decided to make some room for a couple more characters so I can fit the rest of the plushies. And next up we got my Glamrock Bonnie plush. Which one is next? Oh, the Maximum Games exclusive, the Sun and Moon plush that you could flip over, which customer support of theirs is really terrible because they didn't even respond of me losing my bell so easily. Yeah, great job, Maximum Games. We got the normal Sun and Moon plushies that I got at Spencer's. And the final Youtooz plush in the Fnaf collection, at least, is the glitch trap one. And I do have, I believe, the Sparky the dog plush from the Fnaf movie. Well, it should be on its way this May or June, but that I won't be receiving it till at least June or July. So yeah. So now let's move on to the Hex plushes, which I only got 4 of. So for the Hex wave, we have my first ever plush of the company, Bonnie. And honestly, he's a really cutie patootie, honestly, but definitely worth buying as a first plush. And then my second one being the most detailed and most best popular FNAF merch, the Springtrap plush with Phantom Cupcake. Then after that, we got Funtime Foxy, which I just got recently. Amazing plush. And my favorite plush that I also got recently being the Funtime Freddy and Bonbon plush. Hopefully I can get more Hex plushies in the future, which is most likely, since I said that about the other collectibles from other companies, but yeah. And that is everything from the Hex wave. So let's move on to the Funko medium-sized jumbos. So first one I'm gonna be showing off is the jump scare Freddy plush from animatronic Freddy plush from Funko that was released at GameStop. And let's see who's next. You know what? Screw it. Let's go with the Sun and Moon combined plush, as well as the signed one that got signed over at PAX West from Travis Plush Productions, Andy Matronic, Dalco, Slide Pie, John from FNAF, Johnny Blocks, Pogo, and TNT Muffin. Very special plush in my collection that I will always cherish forever. The next one we have is the Jumbo Tie-Dye Freddy plush. And there we go. And then Jumbo Tie-Dye Foxy. And let's see who is going to be next. Ooh, the Elf Bonnie Jumbo plush from Box Lunch, as well as my duplicate one that I got on clearance. The next couple that we have is the Chibi Standing Nightmare Freddy. I don't know how you call these. Sorry for the shake. And then Jumbo Nightmare Bonnie, as well as the Jumbo Freddy reversible head. Dude, Bonnie just fell off the ground. You gotta be kidding. Hold on, give me a minute, guys. Alright, I got him off the ground. So we got Nightmare Bonnie, X Bonnie, and Nightmare Freddy's also in here, as well as the most recent edition, I believe, being the Jumbo Golden Freddy plush that I got from Hot Topic. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it. So oh my god, I think it's either time to do... You know what? Let's do Sanchi before we go crazy with the Funko ones. Alright, so for my Sanchi collection, we got normal Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica with her cupcake. And all of these are re-releases. They're not the original, unfortunately. And then we got Foxy, Golden Freddy. Next up, we got Fredbear, and the factory error possessed Fredbear that I did not expect to get a factory error of, because I wasn't paying attention on what item he had, and I was just looking for the one that was most perfect. Alright everybody, I think you know what time it is. It's time for the Funko plushies, and not excited for that. It's gonna be one heck of a ride since there's a lot of them, but let's get on to it. Alrighty everyone, so we're gonna go by waves and not by games. So first we got the OG 2016 Freddy plush, the re-release Bonnie plush, and not sure if it's a re-release Chica plush. Then we got re-released Foxy, OG Funtime Foxy, I'm gonna put that one there, and the re-release Toy Freddy plush that is exclusive to GameStop. And apparently Funtime Foxy was available at Toys R Us at one point. I'm not sure. I didn't go to Toys R Us that often. Next up, we got Toy Chica, which I thought was exclusive to FYE at one point, but guess I was wrong. And then we got the puppet, the original ones. Both of them are originals. And the normal cupcake plush, and Nightmare Freddy original release, and Nightmare Foxy original release, and the GameStop exclusive Nightmare Cupcake plush. And that is all for Wave 1 and 2. Let's move on to Wave 3. Also, I said this before recording this video that there is no way any of the plushes are going to be fitting on here. And that is true because there's still a ton left, but we're going to try. We're going to try to smush everything together. So, we got Circus Baby. We got Ballora. We got Funtime Freddy. Then Funtime Foxy. And then who's next? Entered with Ron for some reason. I had an extra Funtime Freddy plush, so I had to do it. And then we got a Bonnet plush and a Lolbit plush. And that is it for Wave 3. Let's move on to Wave 4, which I'm not sure which one that is. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the Blacklight wave is the next wave, so let's start off with the Blacklight Cupcake, Blacklight Freddy, which I need to get a replacement of because I spilled soda all over him. Then we got Pink Bubblegum Freddy, yeah! Then we got Blacklight Foxy, and Blacklight Foxy. As well as the Hot Topic exclusive that came out with them, the Balloon Boy plush. He may be a bit rusty and stuff, but at least he's got a little toot, but yeah. And I think the next wave should either be Pizzeria Simulator or the Twisted ones. But let's move on to the next wave. So the next wave is the Twisted wave, so we're going to start off with that with Twisted Freddy. They're all original releases. And then we got Twisted Bonnie, Twisted Chica, Twisted Foxy, Twisted Wolf, Theodore, and the Abomination Stanley. So, yeah, and then after that, I believe it's Pizzeria Simulator, so let's move on to that. Next plush that we have for Pizzeria Simulator Wave is Rockstar Freddy. He's a 10 out of 10 because of CNN 10. Then we got Rockstar Foxy, Lefty, Orville the Elephant, Pigpatch, El Chip, and then Helpy, and the Walmart exclusives of Mr. Hippo, which he is missing his flower unfortunately, and Happy Frog. Then after that, we got two Hot Topic exclusives of Candy Cadet, and let me get the last one, Spring Bonnie. So let's put them right there, and that is it for Pizzeria Simulator. So let's move on to Security Breach. So after Pizzeria Simulator, we got Glamrock Freddy, who is supposed to represent one of my old friends, that Fnaf boy. Not sure how they're doing in life, but hopefully they're doing good. Haven't talked to them in a while or seen them, but yeah. Then we got Montgomery Gator, Glamrock Chica. Sorry, I put my arm on there. And Roxanne Wolf, the Ugly Vanny plush. Then the Walmart exclusive Freddy Frostbear plush, as well as Hot Topic exclusive Security Puppets. So, and I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. The re-releases or the redo versions of them, which have the normal plush material, but there's nothing to talk about them, so I'm just gonna put them down. After that, we have the Spring Color Wave, so I'm not gonna go over them too much. So they're pretty much the Blacklight ones, just colorified for spring. I don't know what the whole purpose was for this wave. I do not know, but Must have been so important that Funko decided to not make new characters and made these, but I still love the plushies anyway. So let's move on down to the next Fnaf wave. So now we are on the Dreadbear wave. So we got Dreadbear himself, Jacko Bonnie, Jacko Chica, Jacko Foxy, and the Walmart exclusives of Captain Foxy and Mini Dreadbear, which I did not expect Funko to make out of nowhere. And now let's move on to the Security Breach Blacklight wave. Alright, so now we got the re-release Glamrock Freddy Blacklight, original release of Blacklight Chica. Well, I should have went Monty first, and then Chica, and then Roxy. So let's move on down to the next wave, which I'm not 100% sure on what it is yet. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go random in the orders now because I don't even remember what some waves released in which order. So I'm gonna start off with my original Sun plush. I have a duplicate version. It's just that this one is ripped and decided to put Ennard's arms inside. Then we got Moon. And then for the next wave, after the Sun and Moon wave, we got the Fanverse wave of Candy the Cat, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Blake the Badger. So let's move on down to the next wave. Alright, y'all, so the next wave is the Fnaf AR wave, and honestly, I'm not gonna put all of them right here because there's barely any space left for it. And this is a huge wave, and honestly, this is a waste of potential, even though the game is already dead, so might as well put them somewhere else. Now we have the Fnaf AR wave over here from VR Toy Freddy, System Error Toy Bonnie, High Score Toy Chica, Radioactive Foxy, Walmart exclusive Livewire Freddy, and the rest of these except for Candy Freddy are Walmart exclusives. So we got Chocolate Bonnie, Liberty Chica, Frostbite Balloon Boy, Firework Freddy, and the Funko Shop exclusive Candy Freddy. But we got Shamrock Freddy over here. And to end it off over here, we have the Hot Topic exclusives of System Error Toy Bonnie. Inverted versions of the Fnaf AR characters, which are all Hot Topic exclusives, as well as Blackheart Bonnie, which he is a Walmart exclusive. So let's move on down to the next wave. Also forgot to add the Youtooz shoulder riders I have, so let's throw them in there. Alright, so the next wave we have here is the tie-dye wave, which starting off we are with Tie-Dye Freddy, Tie-Dye Bonnie, Tie-Dye Chica, Tie-Dye Foxy, Tie-Dye Funtime Foxy, and Walmart exclusive Tie-Dye Springtrap, which all of them got a redesign of the original ones, which are a lot more better, except for Springtrap, because nothing competes than Hex Springtrap. The next wave we have here is the Christmas wave, which we have Santa Freddy, Elf Bonnie, Snow Chica, and Gingerbread Foxy. And unfortunately, I do not have the Nutcracker Foxy yet. I was not able to find that one in the US since Walmart decided to stop selling Fnaf merch as of Funko wise, but alright, I'll just get it on eBay for at least $25, which is expensive. Then we have the Circus wave, which we have Circus Freddy, Clown Freddy, Clown Bonnie, Circus Freddy, Circus Bonnie, Circus Foxy, and then Balloon Freddy, Balloon Foxy, and the Walmart exclusive Balloon Chica. And let's move on down to, I believe, the Ruin wave. And for the final plush wave that Funko has ever released as of normal plush wise is the Ruin wave, which we have Ruin Sun and Ruin Eclipse. And also just to add these ones in so that I don't forget, the reversible heads of Freddy Nightmare Freddy, Bonnie Nightmare Bonnie, Chica Nightmare Chica. I'll put those ones on top. And then Foxy and Nightmare Foxy. So that's pretty much it for the Funko plushies. So let's move on down to any other companies I got, like bootlegs or just not Sanchi, good stuff. So starting off with the X-Mart merchandise, aka some type of turtle company now. I don't know, but we got the original version of Sun and Moon, and my favorite plushes that they have made are the Withered Wave, which we have Withered Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, and last but not least, Withered Foxy. So that's pretty much all for the X-Mart wave. So let's move on down to, I think, what is it? Good stuff. So starting off the good stuff wave, we have all the originals and unfortunately like damaged, at least 2 of them, of Bonnie. Chica's pretty good on how condition wise she is. And then we got Foxy, which he is missing a nose. And then for the one that I got a little while ago was Glamrock Freddy. Nothing important, just yeah. Completely forgot about the 2 hand puppets I have, so here we have puppet versions of Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie. Honestly, wow. This is a lot. Like, this is how you know I have an addiction, especially with the plushies, but that is not it, y'all. We still have the duplicates as well as some customs or bootlegs that I have in my collection, as well as some plush tubers or some YouTube friends I have that I want to put in here. So let's go. That was terrible. Alright, so the duplicate plushies I have in my collection is the Sun plush, the Helpy plush, which I got from TNT Muffin as a gift, the re-release puppet plush, and he's not re-release, he's the original one, he's re-released though, and then the original version of Blake the Badger, still sealed in his bag because I accidentally got him for free, and the re-release versions of Candy the Cat, Pop Goes the Weasel, and Blake the Badger. And that's pretty much all. Well, thank you noises in the background. But that is everything for duplicates. Let's move on down to the other stuff. Alright, so the bootlegs I have, or custom ones I have in my collection, is the bootleg Shadow Freddy and Golden Freddy plushes, as well as Nightmare Bonnie, and my 2 custom plushes of Chocolate Bonnie and Toy Freddy. Completely forgot to put my custom Bonbon in there, but gotta fix that one. Also added some plush tuber friends of mine, or some plush tubers that I've watched before, and 2 of them are over here. They are Red Val Biggins, the Toy Bonnie one, and Kaylee McCoy, the Geek Queen. Then over here we got Five Nights at Froakies and Call Me Carson 216. Then for the YouTubers slash plush tubers, we got the Slippy plush that I got for free from Sly Pie at PAX West. And then we got the Mr. Spring Sleepy Turtle plush. And who else? Oh, the regular sauce plush, as well as the TNT Muffin plush. Forgot to mention my custom Molten Freddy head that I made. I know, you guys are getting tired of this video already, and this is not the end. There's still a tiny bit more like for plush keychains or like mini plushies, so let me bring those out. Alright, so the rest of the mini plushies that we have here for the video is the little keychain Freddy head, Bonnie, Chica, and my main man Foxy. So let's just put them somewhere. I don't know. Let's put out the rest of the plushies somewhere. And for the final plushes that we have here for the video is the little Freddy plush keychain and the original Funko heads plush hangers keychains of Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy. I thought I had Chica at one point. I probably did, but it might be somewhere else in my storage unit, but I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's everything for today's video. Honestly, this is a lot. And I know other people in the FNAF community probably have a lot more than I do, but dang, dude. Whenever I tell people, aka my friends, that I have an addiction, I really do, because a person with an addiction would at least had 10. Not over 100, but I'm not sure on how much it is exactly, but I'll figure it out in a bit. So I'm gonna start counting and see how many plushies that we have here on the bed. And I'm not gonna include some of the other plushies like Chuck E. Cheese or Baldi, Piggy, Mario. Not gonna include those ones because those are not FNAF. But maybe Chuck E. Cheese. No, you already did enough for the video. Just stop while you're at it. I know I'm gonna miscount them, and that's for sure. Alright guys, so I've counted every single one. Not sure if I'm 100% on this because I might have miscounted, but it looks like we got in total of 187. And if you guys want to check through the thumbnail and see if you want to see if I'm correct or not, then you guys can if you want to. But that's the total amount as far as I know. I'm most likely off by a little bit, but other than that, that's a lot of FNAF merch. Yeah, that is everything for today's video. Hey everyone, just wanted to let you guys know that after I was done recording, the next day, which was today, I decided to recount all of the plushes I had, because I felt like I was way off, and I was. And the actual total amount of the plushes I have in my collection is 224 plushes. And yeah, I was definitely way off, so sorry that I miscounted. I knew I miscounted a couple of plushes, but I didn't think it was a lot. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this. So let's head right back to the video. So bye? I don't know. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching this video. This took me a little while to do since some of the plushes over here kept on falling since I stacked them, and oh my god, and I cannot believe on how much plushes are in here, and wow, I really can't believe it. Also, leave a comment down below on which plush that you saw in this video was your favorite, or at least your top list of favorite plushies that you saw in here that you liked. Alright, time to throw you guys in there. Woohoo! I'm gonna do it again. Alright, bye guys. Also, this is pretty much my shelves right now, and at least like 70% of my collection is just like plushies, and most of it is just like away, because yeah, that's a lot of plushies, man. Damn, I need to quit while I'm at it. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'm saying this again because the original footage of me saying it got cut off because I ran out of storage at the time. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this, and yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell with notifications so you guys don't miss any of my new videos. And comment down on what type of other videos you guys want to see from me. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. So goodbye, and Bon, get the heck out, man.